you never pass yourself from a losing situation into a winning situation. You always pass yourself from a losing situation into a situation where you pass the turn and they have a chance to come back out ahead because they get to make the first play. It was very rare that Day of Judgment was good. Alex has... Neither player really wants to revoke existence. Alex wants to revoke existence, actually.
Yeah, I think he does.
I think Alex boards 2 revoke existence here. Maybe mental misstep again. I'm not, well versed in this matchup. We're well enough versed in this matchup to know, and definitely both Titans.
At least the Sun Titan.
Probably just both. Probably just want dies.
We saw him play before, and did he have a Frost Titan?
That wasn't this matchup. Oh, was this matchup?
It was this matchup.
He boarded
in Frost Titan. So that's going to be both Titans coming in then.
Probably boards out a Dismember, a Spellskite, and... I don't think we saw Revoke Existence from him last time, but he didn't really see that many cards.
How do you feel about Timely Reinforcements or Gideon Jura in this match?
Timely Reinforcements might not be that good. It might be situational. I don't know.
Timely Reinforcements is good if you're losing, obviously.
Yeah.
But the question is, you don't want to manufacture
a losing board
state
to work. Sure. It's not really...
It's too easy to have it go badly for you.
Though to be fair, one Squadron Hawk isn't losing that hard. One... I guess against Jerry's deck, it's not going to be one Spellskite. It's going to be one Amiri Angel, which is losing pretty hard. But
yeah. When do you cast it, right? Do you cast it on turn 3 and then have them potentially cast an Amiri Angel or a Jace Bellerin? Do you cast it on turn 4 and then there's a lot... you have to really wait till turn 5 before it's...
Well, we saw what Gerry did last game, where he just sort of...
Well, do you remember why Gerry did it, though, right? He had nothing in his hand, and he was just
That's true.
He was just well, here we go.
He didn't have to engineer the losing board, so
he was losing.
Walked right into it.
Yeah. It's all fine and dandy to be like this. Man, I hope I top deck a Timely Reinforcements.
Yep.
But it's another thing entirely to decide whether or not you want to have it in your deck before you shuffle up.
That's fair. I can see cutting them. I like the rest of his cards, though.
I really like something that Prolepsis 9 writes.
Is that Bing Luke? Yep, yeah. That is Bing Luke.
He's awesome. Gerry T versus Bertoncini, Quablade mirror match going on. Mix of fascinating nuance and incredible boredom.
Yep. And Jarvis Yu, who designed the Quablade deck that Tim Skowski won 2 weeks ago with, is mentioning that he's not a fan of the Flores list, and basically saying he wants to play the cards that Jerry's playing as the threats.
I think it's a very narrow list, which maybe was more reasonable when you had Stoneforge Mystic. I'm guessing we have land with our first play on turn 3 here. Nope, it's land.
I thought they were still shuffling for their hands. No, just the Hawks.
Shuffling for Hawks.
Yep. Gerry has a Colonnade, whereas Alex has a basic, and they both have a blue-white duel to go with that.
Yeah. Gerry also has a signed Squadron Hawk, which
I hope that's Brian Kibler signed, because I would be very amused.
A Inky and a Sword.
Okay.
And that is an Alex Bertoncini signed Hawk.
Oh, it might be all the level 8. That might be what it is. Edgar, Gerry, AJ, and Alex.
Yep.
Sword gets Oblivion Ring.
Preordain.
Alex has now added a manland to his board in the form of Nexus. That was last turn, actually. Alex keeps 1, ships 1 off Preordain. Plays a Glacial Fortress.
Attack.
Hawks trade.
Just that moment right there, trading Hawk for Hawk, that is a great example of what kind of pacing do you want?
Yeah,
and both players making the decision of where they want the pacing to be.
Alex finding his last Hawk here. Gerry looks like he's debating between Hawks or Angels.
Hawk?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's signed by all 4 levels.
I think you're correct.
One of them had germ tokens for their batter skulls that were all the different level 8s.
I actually really liked Edgar Flores' batter skulls, where it was just himself. Okay, his germs were just himself.
That's pretty appropriate. Just make yourself the face of your own cards.
I'll block.
Just to me.
I will attack.
Tectonic Edge down the colonnade.
Lays another Squadron Hawk. Leaves a blue land open. Blue-white Seachrome Coast. And notice here, he did not attack this time.
Yeah. Maybe once he realized Gerry was willing to trade, that that might not be where he wanted to go.
Well, let's pretend, right, that like... Yeah, exactly. Gerry, he offered the trade. Gerry said yes, and now he's like, well, maybe with your hand, I shouldn't do the trade offers anymore.
Right.
Emiria Angel, ouch. Dismember is very important here. There we go.
Okay.
Boom.
Alex remains in this game.
So it was Emiria go. No land for Gerry.
No, he got tech edged.
I mean, from this turn, I mean, yeah, you're right. He laid the 4th land.
Yeah.
My bad. Preordained from Alex.
Keep 1, ship 1. Gerry looks like he's got a sword in adjacent hand that he's trying to set up.
And another Tectonic Edge.
Jarvis, you commented on the timely reinforcement situation. He says he doesn't really like it because it gets trumped by all the real threats like Hero and Emiria Angel and Splicer. I can agree with that.
Yeah. One of the things that's kind of fun about watching Alex play is he's more likely than anyone I know to put his hand over his forehead and be like, oh god, what now?
He's a very animated person.
Jace Bellerin gets spell pierced.
Yep. Exactly what Alex needs to do. Just
white mana open for Gerry. This is an opportunity for Alex to connect with something valuable. He throws a creature in, does a little bit of a trade.
Yep. Probably going to try and resolve his own
Gideon,
play as
perhaps?
Nope.
Nope, just another Squadron Hawk. Says go.
Interesting.
2 cards in hand. He might not have very much. There's a Preordain from Gerry.
Yeah. No more Hawks left for Alex. I think it's 1 more Hawk left for Gerry.
I've lost count at this point. I think you're correct, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Gerry has 1 in play, 2 in graveyard from trading, and 1 in hand. Yep. Gerry draws
that Tectonic Edge.
Yep.
Lays it.
Edge,
lays the last Hawk. That's either a...
He has a Gideon and a sword in hand.
2 very powerful cards.
Yep.
Alex lays the 6th land.
Does he have a Titan here? Because
That'd be pretty good.
That would change things up very quickly.
I can't see it all. I can't see anything about what those cards are. Frosty.
That is a Titan.
He's like, got a mana leak for me? It's fine. He's like, hit the blue source, right?
Yep. Hit the.
Is that a Seachrome Coast?
Yep.
And he's like, wait a second, I might have some mana. Put some mana in my pool.
Debating about this into the Royal. That looks like the last card in his hand, right? Into the Royal?
I think so.
Into the Royal Sword, Gideon.
And in comes a Squadron Hawk. At this point now, it's Plains, Island, Tech Edge. Gideon Gerard comes down from a top-decked land. Whew.
So,
Gideon is not very exciting against well, it's actually pretty good. Never mind, he's got 2 Squadron Hawks to help keep it alive.
Yep. If Alex has a bounce or removal spell...
All it takes is 1 removal spell, and then Alex can take care of that Gideon.
Dismember or Into the Royal... Gerry's debating whether he might want to kill that Hawk instead.
It's I think I'm
That's a preordain.
Boom!
Oh, what was it?
Dismember.
There we go.
And everybody comes in, and the Frosty takes care of the Squadron Hawk, and then that means that and he lays his own Gideon. Ouch.
These games are so swingy, but not in a bad way. In the way where one player just sets up these insane blowouts.
And now Gerry has no creatures to be able to put his Sword of Feast and Famine on.
He's got an Into the Royal.
Look at where the board is at. I mean,
Is
Gerry
that
has
the Ponder?
nothing.
That might be the Ponder. I can't really... Or into the roll. There we go.
5 mana.
Oblivion Ring.
Oblivion
Frost.
Ring?
Yep. Opting to pay the 2.
Yep. And in comes the team. That's for 1 poison and for 8 damage.
Mm-hmm. 1 poison can add up.
Yep. And Alex just lays the land. Hey, I got nothing. No cards. Into the Royal in Gerry's hand. Says go.
Yeah. What happened to the Squadron Hawk? I might have gotten eaten by Gideon. That's what it was. The turn he played Gideon, he ate the Squadron Hawk after tapping it with Frost.
Yes, that's correct.
Gerry does have the Day of Judgment in his hand.
I would not be surprised if Gerry casts Into the Royal with Kicker at the end of this turn.
He's at 11. 19 minus the 8 from last year.
To go to 3 actually might be a little low. I mean, 3 might be too low.
I think 3 is fine, because you're going to Day the Hawks and try and draw a mana leak.
Royal with Kicker. 2 mana available.
Oh!
Wow, what a rip.
Yeah.
That's magic.
Late game top deck mana leak. Probably for the win.
I think that's going to be game. Yep.
Okay,
Wow.
so going to 3 here. Whew. These Coldblade Mirrors are certainly a lot more exciting than the old ones, I feel
I've never thought they were boring. I can't remember if I was talking with Gavin Verhey or if it was Jacob Van Lunen about this. It might be Gavin, where we love watching them, and we know other people are often not excited about it, but I think it's awesome.
My problem with the old one was that decision making bogged the games down too long because there were too many things going on because of all the equips and all the Stone Forges. You're like, do I move Mortar Pod? Do I get Mortar Pod? Like,
do I
play
have
Stone
Mortar
Forge?
Pod?
Yeah. There was just so many different options. The game's bogged down more in decision time, I feel like. Whereas these is just, your cards are in your hand. It's pretty straightforward as to, like, you have this, they could have this. You know, it's not like I can equip Sword or Mortar Pod or other Sword or, activate Stone Forge or all these other things.
Alex is re-sideboarding, Gerry is re-sideboarding, and now a lot of this has to do, in my opinion, with the question of play or draw, and very marginal differences in utility. But I mean, those margins matter.
Timely reinforcements.
Yeah. Look at Alex. He's
Actually,
like, what?
Does reinforcements get better on the play or on the draw?
On the draw?
Why?
Because?
Just if you're on the play and they have Hawk and you don't, it's better.
I think it actually is better on the play.
Yeah.
Because if they go turn 2 Hawk, you can go turn 3 timely reinforcements.
Yes.
And then if they lay Jace on their turn, they have to plus it.
Yeah. That was I initially thought maybe on the drawing board and then just wait a second.
On the play, you probably have.
It beats them down on the play.
But again, let's go
But
back.
then on the draw, if they don't have a Squadron Hawk, are you inclined to not play your Hawk on 2 because they didn't play theirs and they might just be setting you up?
I see you bested my giant. so clearly, I'll take the. Anyway, I mean, there's that rabbit hole you can go down where you can try to play against the play, against the play, against the play you think your opponent's going to make. But historically, the usual best thing to do is try to beat their best obvious play.
Yeah.
From a game theory perspective, in any case.
Sure.
We've got Alex here on the right, Gerry Thompson on the left. This is round 9 of the Open Series here in Pittsburgh.
Round 9 of 9.
Round 9 of 9. These two here, these two titans of the Star City Games Open Series, are playing for top 8 here.
And in case you just arrived, I'm Ari Lax here with Adrian Sullivan.
Hello, everybody out there in internet lands.
Alex Bertoncini is, Gerry T has the choice of play or draw this game.
Now, one of the things that I find actually really interesting, right? We're talking about the next leveling of people's strategy. I think that it's actually really, really a huge advantage to play first in this matchup. But let's pretend you think you're being really sneaky, and you're like, aha, I see the re-sideboarding for game 3. I don't think this is the right play, but I can see someone out there coming up with a plan that involves next leveling your opponent and going on the draw after they've sideboarded to be on the play. You know what I mean, the other way around.
I have only played one deck in the history of constructed decks that I've played where you wanted to draw first.
I think that the extra tempo is so huge. Colonnade v Colonnade, and then Seachrome Coast, go. Alex probably
this is probably the scenario we were talking about.
Boom, right there. Alex with the finger. Do you want to stop this? Nope. Okay, here it is. Timely reinforcements.
Jace Beleren.
Jace works pretty well.
Yeah.
Draw a card. This is exactly the kind of scenario where I think being on the play matters, right? Because at this point, on turn 3, I think that the best play that you can possibly do here involves dropping maybe a Sword of Feast and Famine, because that Jace itself, if you like drop a Jace to kill his Jace, and he goes a Myria Angel, it's just devastating.
Yeah, you can't afford to tap out here, but you have to make some progress.
Yeah, so I mean, that extra turn is huge, because it means that the Jace gets to do some work.
A Myria Angel isn't necessarily the biggest backbreaker, because on 4, it doesn't actually get a token, it can just be dismembered on the spot.
That's fair. Alex has 1 mana open, action for Dismember or Spell Pierce.
Yep.
Gerry, I don't think, has an extra land, unless I'm missing... Oh, there it is. There's a Plains hiding. So notice he does not lay that land before he casts the Stoneforge Mystic. Or sorry, the... not the Stoneforge Mystic. The Squadron Hawk.
Unless someone's going to be playing War of Attrition, I don't think they're going to be Stoneforge Mysticing anyone.
But the thing that's interesting about him doing that is it gives his opponent like a slight less information. Now, here, because it's only Dismember open, it's not as big of a deal. But that's like the timing of when you play your lands can affect whether someone wants to do certain plays.
Right.
Here, this was not the example where that actually comes into play. 4 mana, Alex Bertoncini, 2 Hawks versus 2 Hawks. Let's offer the trade. Here we are.
Trade down.
And then Alex, 4 manas, tapping his lands in opposite directions, refills the board.
Gerry has a threat here.
Gideon Gerard would be pretty amazing right now.
One of them in his deck would be pretty good.
And it looks like he's just going to clog up the board, I think.
Yep. Clog up the board, grind some Jace advantage.
Draws an Into the Royal, lays a Squadron Hawk, lays a tapped 5th land, a Celestial Colonnade number 2. Alex, once again...
Jace to 5.
Wow, did he up it?
Yep.
Wow. I suppose the alternative is to have it be Jace to 2 and have double Dismember kill the Jace.
Something like, or even just upping it lets him put Alex into a scenario where his options are lined up now, and then Gerry just reads his plays and just continues on and gets more and more cards over that time, as opposed to giving Alex,
they both come at Jace.
More draw steps in the middle of his options.
And right now, Gerry those are all the Hawks, right? No that was a double trade.
Opposite
Gideon,
again
boom.
To play Gideon.
Draw a card.
Gerry does have Into the Royal for this Gideon, so...
It's not unreasonable to main phase it right now. I see you are tapped out, my friend. Is that the Ponder?
Mm-hmm.
×1 Ponder. Looks like Tech Edge, Preordain, and Land. I don't mind going Tech Edge and Preordain. And
that's fair.
Drawing a Tech Edge, which is valuable, and then drawing a Preordain for later.
That's true.
And that's exactly what he does.
It's possible that Alex's line here is actually just based around getting to 6 and playing his Titans, and Gerry just wants to keep him off of that. I think Gerry's just going to let this... Oh, nope.
Oblivion Ring. Such an incredible card in this matchup. And look at that. Alex covers up his Gideon entirely. It's like, yeah, it's gone. Yep. I can't even see it. I don't even want to know what's under there.
I was thinking there might be a line where you double Tech Edge, let Jace die, and then use your other Jace in hand. And just sort of use that as a way to get in the turn where you have the mana to double Tech Edge Alex. Because I don't think Alex has any real threats for 4 or less mana here.
Now, Gerry has only 1 Dismember. He could have boarded in. No, he doesn't have any. So if he's got a land, he can actually land, kill with the Colonnade, kill the Jace.
He does have Tectonic Edge up.
Oh, yeah. I did not see the edge up.
Yeah.
Jace for Jace? Nope. Sword of Feast and Famine.
Not really the
Preordained.
fight that's going on right now.
Gerry's hands at the side of his hand. He's like, yep, yep. What you doing? Yep, 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 yep. Give me a
Let
second.
me know when you draw and play your Sun Titan so I can stop it and win.
Picks up his hand. Alex's go. End of the turn. Does he want a tech edge here? Maybe teching edge that that Seachrome Coast, for example.
Probably the Nexus, if anything.
Preordain. 2 cards. One on the bottom, one on the top.
I don't think Gerry's going to go on the aggro anytime soon. I think
Gerry draws a mana leak.
Ooh, that might be incentive to start tech edging. Yeah, I think he wanted to hit the Nexus because if the Colonnade activates, it's going to trade his 5 for Gerry's 5 or 6 mana with the Colonnade for Gerry's 2 for the tech edge.
Gerry kills the Colonnade now.
I think I would have rather gone for the Nexus just because the Colonnade's a larger investment in mana to get going and start hitting with the sword. Or I mean, Nexus plus sword is less mana.
Gerry moves to discard, and Alex is like, back up, man, back up. I got an end of turn play. Taps out and casts into the Royal, targeting the Oblivion Ring.
Yep.
This is a spell that is going to likely summon a counterspell from Gerry.
Gerry does have an Into the Royal of his own that might be better. He does have the other.
No
I
discard.
thought he was scooping up his cards for a second. Like, what?
Nope.
I thought he was gonna Into the Royal of the Gideon and then Tectonic Edge Alex off of mana so that he can't recast it. But
If Alex has a tech edge in his hand, he actually has a really awesome line of play.
what's the line?
Well, it's too late now. It would have been to kill the blue source and then demand that Gerry use that source to kill the Blinkmoth right away. And then if he doesn't, activate the sword, put it on.
Yep. So they trade off some tech edges, down to 4 lands apiece now. Gerry still has this active Jace that is putting him
Jace
very
has been
much further ahead.
just devastating Alex.
Gerry found his Gideon, puts them both on top, plays him.
A Myria Angel. Wow. Land,
cast
just
it out
cast it. He's like, hey, I've got this card. What are you going to do about it?
Hope you have a dismember, and by hope I mean you better hope.
Into the Royal with kicker. Jace v. Jace. Dismember.
Okay.
Pretty good turn, but I mean,
there's still
Alex
a
is
Gideon
down
on top for Gerry.
Alex is down to 2 cards in hand, and Gerry last turn was going to try to discard.
Yeah.
Like, look at Alex. He wears his game on his face. Now the thing is that sometimes when he's doing that though, he's acting.
Sure.
In this situation, I don't think that's the case. Gideon hits the table for Gerry. Untap 4 for the Gideon, knocks Gideon to 4, says go. Look at that. Gerry has, what, 6 cards? 7 cards in hand?
Might be a full grip. He has enough cards.
He has a few.
He has more than Alex, and that's the important part.
Yeah, that's a 7-card hand.
Gideon crashes in for 6.
Alex untaps.
Gerry's representing a Colonnade trade here.
Ponder.
Preordain.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Preordain, my bad.
Ship both.
Offers up the trade. Gerry says, sure. Okay. There we go. Sword. Jace.
Even better than
Draw.
sword.
He's got a Twisted Image in hand. Just in case.
Gets in for 6 again, putting Alex to 4, I think.
I think the hand is going to be extended in a moment.
Yep.
There we are.
All swords and nothing to prevent the board state from changing. And it looks like Gerry T is going to advance to the top 8, with Alex having to settle for a top 16 and possibly catching Edgar tomorrow.
Alex has a sad look on his face there. Oh, and Gerry excited. So for those of you who are just joining us, we just concluded the match between Gerry Thompson and Alex Bertoncini.
Yep.
Round 9 here, playing for top 8. 2 level 8 mages, Cawblade v. Cawblade. Edgar Flores' build in Alex's hand, losing to Gerry Thompson's build.
We haven't seen a good level 8 battle since all of last week, right?
I can't remember. I know there have been some recently.
Alex
though.
and Edgar played in the top 8 last week, and Alex lost again.
I'm not sure if we're able to. We're gonna see about getting another match, but we might not have anywhere near enough time. And if that's the case, what we'll be doing is we'll be seeing a top 8 match for the next bit of.
Well, first of all, we'll be seeing who's in top 8.
Yeah, who's in top 8?
In top 8. That's,
absolutely.
So, yeah. So, when we start the top 8, we will be having a Twitter question as usual for premium.
Right.
I believe it's 3 months of premium for the first.
3 months. Now, we were talking about premium earlier, and pretty much, I've talked to people that are competitors of Star City Games, and they say they read Star City Games Premium, and that if you don't read it, you're not doing the right stuff to be a competitive